Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the free agent market. I'm going to try to explain this really quick, really fast, because some people are getting confused about the free agent market and the undrafted free agent market. So, boobity boop boop. Let me know I'm live. I see, even I get the alerts, and I realize how late they can come across. Anyway, there's a difference. The undrafted free agents, if you pick any of them up, you're going to be able to apply the rookie camp points, which is pretty much where we're at now. We're going to be assigning our free agent, allocating our points to our rookies, our veterans. I believe captains were already selected because we're at the preseason stage. That's where we're at. So you can make your moves, make your changes, do whatever it is you feel you need to do. 16 teams. Okay, I want to make sure I emphasize that. We have 16 teams, so I cannot tell you when we're going to get started, and I know people are going to tell me, set a deadline. It's tough to do when we got people in not just the United States, but other parts of the world. And not only just in the United States, but the other side of the United States. Like last night when we did the draft at 6 o'clock. It was 3 o'clock out west. And it was like, I believe, as late as midnight or later to some of the people on the other side of the globe. So, that was one of the things that was tough for Kiko Yamada when he was running the Sentinels, which is why he struggled. So I'm going to go through this, and I am going to show you, instead of browsing the top 20, 25 like I thought I was going to do, because I've changed the rules a little bit. They are on the boards. If you didn't see it, then you need to go see it. I'm not going to go into all those details. But I'm going to bring the screen up. We're going to see what's available right there. That's it. And like I said, I can go over here and I can hit this button. Boom. There's like your top rookies. You know, young kids. And I shouldn't say rookies because, see there, he's not a rookie. But he's a rookie. But he's the same age. So, I'm going to be able to do that at each spot. But that's how we're going to do this. So, there's your quarterbacks. Like I said, we'll do it like the overall here, and then I'll come over here and I will change this to the youngest. So those of you who want to look at rookies, but the point is, I've changed the rules. You're going to have the opportunity to browse and look and check. But if you contact me and say, I need to get on the free agent market, it's because you know you're signing something. I don't want nobody coming on here and it's like I said, my time's valuable. I have 16 teams I'm trying to work with. So if you jump on here, that means I'm stopping what I'm doing. I'm putting you on the game. That means you have a strategy. Sign a player. Well, we're not getting on. Doesn't mean you got to sign 3, 4, 5 guys because the limit's only 3, but you need to sign at least 1. You don't have to keep him, but you got to at least sign him if you're going to take the time to get on here. And, cap penalties are going to be cleared in a little bit. I'm going to do the video showing I'm clearing that. So anybody you sign off of this right here and cut will count as a cap penalty. So everybody knows. I talked to everybody yesterday. Got everything squared away. I do have a little bit I got to do with Clinton just yet with the Explorers. So he's my only small exception. But that's my fault, so I'm not holding it against him. So he's the only one that I got to work with here real fast. Make a couple little decisions on that he'll be not penalized for, because again, like I said, the situation was my fault, not his. Anyway, moving on by position. Well, first of all, I'll hit this so you guys can see it. Again, there you go. You got the young kids at quarterback. And like I said, you're going to be able to get on here and browse to it any freaking way. Find your scheme fits, not your scheme fits. If you guys see the puzzle piece on the screen right now with Contreras, it's because I am on the Lumberjack account. It's the Commissioner account. So, you know what? I'm not even going to show the young kids because you guys are going to get the browse. We're just going to show the top 7. Or isn't that what it is? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the top 7 on the board, and you can figure it out when you want to go. Because if you're going to go, I need a quarterback, then I would assume you're going to sign one. So we're going to move on, make this video as quick as possible. It might even be pointless since you're going to get the browse, but some people might say, ugh, I don't want nothing to do with that. You might be desperate for a running back right now and need something in the 80s, a high 85, something there, and you'll be like, no, that's good enough. You don't even want to touch it. So, and again, don't tell me I'm going too fast. You have a pause button. Use it. I have a pause button I can use when I use my computer, my phone, PlayStation, laptops, whatever. They're available. And I don't think Cade McIntosh is going to be there much longer. Someone's going to pick him up if they don't have a good fullback. He's already a 75 and he's a rookie. So I see him coming off the board pretty quick here. Wide receiver market's not that great either. Honestly, the wide receiver market's not really good across the board. I wanted to make sure everything was in there registered right. And that's what puts me at a disadvantage, because I won't be signing nobody until pretty much everybody else is done. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to own a team. So I'm going to build my team through the draft as opposed to free agency and trading. I'll build it through trading. Tight ends. Well, that's not bad. 78s. That can work for somebody who runs 3 tight ends or just needs a partial second here and there. Oh boy. Look at this. Not good. Dickerson's old, but at least he's up there. Should be able to hold down the fort for somebody, or at least a year if needed. And the one thing I've noticed too with the draft was real funky last night. Undrafted free agents were hidden trait players, and a lot of the draft picks came back in the 60s. Like, majority of the picks were in the 60s. So that's something I've noticed when I watched other sim leagues before this ever came about for me, that you would go in the draft and if you were finding guys in the mid 70s, you were nailing it. I'm talking like 73 to 75. It was a great pick. And there's some teams in that league that I was watching where their whole roster was like 80 to 85 or less, because the league just didn't have big beasts. They weren't developing players. The draft was very weak all the time. It's just crazy. To where players that are like Oscar Gray here, they become just as valuable as a current guy in the 90s. And you got your left end, Walter Aldridge. The right ends, damn, they're old. Oh, those D tackles, excuse me. Here's the right ends. Yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens here going forward this season. Could see a lot of strategy developing last night. Bison, crazy. 4 freaking wide receivers taken, 2 right from jump. And I did mention it during the draft. I want to try and go over these teams with Ed, and hopefully CJ as well. Those guys are the owners of the Bulls and the Lumberjacks, and we can get on here and we can be a part of a party chat, and we'd cover the teams and look at them, and position by position if we want, and just really talk about it. Probably wouldn't be able to do it all in one day. I work till 1 o'clock, so I could always come home, get in and out of the shower, and we could do it later, but that's usually when Ed's picking up his kids from work and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out what might be the best scenario and how to do that. So I'm thinking we might not be getting started for at least a week anyway. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, so maybe if we don't do it and figure it out beforehand, maybe next Monday and Tuesday, we could cover half the league Monday and then the other half of the league on Tuesday, and just do 8 teams at a clip. So maybe do the North and South and then do the East and the West. So either way, we have something, but we wanted to do a small podcast covering the week's games that just happened, previewing the upcoming week's games, talk about any potential injuries that took place or matchups, because if we know it's a strong corner going up against a strong receiver, it'll be something to talk about, or a stout defense against a top quarterback, whatever it might be. Just really discuss it. Maybe talk about how certain players are developing pretty quick or whatever it might be. Just to entice you guys to get involved a little bit more and watch the league and enjoy it. So, so there's he's 232-pound kicker. Dang it. So we're back to the top 100. So that's that. If you guys need to get on the board and snatch up a free agent, remember, there's one simple rule. You get on the free agent market to browse, you're signing one guy at least. If you need updates on your roster status, your cap space status, all you got to do is reach out to me. Let me know. I probably won't be able to do much on the PlayStation myself today. So I'll just probably be watching movies with the game up and running, waiting for the next person to get a hold of me, because we're at that stage. Although I will take a few minutes out here and there so I can go play some Red Dead Redemption and shoot some people. Just to relax. I was playing it last night and I literally had 4 bounty hunters chasing me, and then I never had it happen before. There's 4 bounty hunters chasing me. If you guys have played the game, they come up on the map as little skull look, little icons. But then behind them was 6 rangers, as I call them. I forget the exact word for them, but they had the star because they were the sheriffs and whatever, and they were the law. So I had 10 of them chasing me down, but the bounty hunters were closer to me. I went up over a hill and turned around and back up over top of the hill on the other side. So I went up over the hill and then I went left when I got to the bottom, and then went back up the hill on the other side. I came down as all the bounty hunters and police were chasing me on the other side, and I had no idea I doubled back on them. If I wouldn't have doubled back, they'd have caught me. I was trying to get an Arabian horse yesterday too. The white one, the best horse in the game. And no sooner did I calm it down, get on the damn thing, some wolves came out of nowhere attacking us, and that thing fled for its life, and I lost it. But anyway, there's your free agency list. Get at me.